What happens when a motocross helmet and a Cardo Pack Talk Edge make love? You get this. It's their off-road capable, technologically advanced baby. Now, before you tell me this is just going to be an expensive paperweight in 2 years' time, hold on to the end of the video and I'll tell you why you're wrong. Now, the helmet itself is based on a Leatt 8.5 MX helmet. Cardo chose to partner with Leatt on this because they're very, very good at making motocross helmets. Cardo do have their own helmet coming, which is going to be a ground up, the Cardo Beyond, which features ANC and all that stuff, but we'll have to wait till the end of the year. For now, though, we can satisfy ourselves with this. Now, it's more than just an MX helmet with a Cardo smushed into the side of it. It has had to be re-engineered to harmoniously work together. For example, the shell contains carbon fibre. This has had to be moved out the way so that it doesn't interact with the signals coming out of the Cardo that it's trying to send off and receive. You see, carbon blocks signals. Good for lightweight helmet, bad for good communication. I did mention that what would happen if a Pack Talk Edge made love with a motocross helmet, but this doesn't look like a Pack Talk Edge. Specs wise, it's pretty much identical. We've got 2nd generation DMC, IP67 waterproof rating, 40mm JBL speakers, voice control. The list just keeps going on. Externally, it does look quite different than a Pack Talk Edge because it doesn't have a jog wheel and it's a completely different shape. It's built into the helmet so the profile remains slim, but because of that, they've made the buttons a little bit chunkier and easy to feel. So you get 4 buttons in the shape of a compass and the little knobule in the middle. They're fairly straightforward on how to work, but you also get voice control. If you did want a bit more of a rundown on how this helmet worked, you can click at the link up there or find it in the description below. A couple of guys from here have taken this helmet and tried it out off-road at an adventure school. Lewis and Henry went to the Sweet Lamb Adventure Academy over in Wales, rode some Ducati Desert X's and rode with these helmets. They were able to pair up, communicate, chat about all the silly things they were doing and laugh at each other when they fell off. Those guys being paired up off-road meant they could talk to each other about what they were doing, what was coming up, warn them about a fallen tree or maybe a horse in the road. Also, if one of them fell off at the back and nobody saw them fall off, they can just say, hey, come and help me guys. I'm trapped under my bike and my leg's gone a funny colour. Coming back to them falling off though, this doesn't have the crash detection feature like the Pack Talk Pro. I mean, let's be honest, if you're like a spirited off-road rider at all, you're probably gonna have the odd drop and tumble every now and then. Nothing that's really gonna hurt you, but you don't really want this calling your mum every 5 seconds, reminding her that you're a failure as a motocross rider.
Hello? He's fallen off his motorbike again. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? He's always doing this. It's Thursday time this afternoon. Bye then.
Unlike calling your mum every time you fall off your motorbike, let's talk about something which is cool. The ventilation. Nice big mouth vent on the front, loads up the top and a couple of exhausts out the back. It's been designed to work to push through lots of air at high speed, but also keep it moving when you're doing the more technical slow speed stuff on the trails. Because they're so big and cavernous, air can just flow nice and easily through this thing. When you look at the inside of the helmet, it also features Leatt's turbine technology. What this does is it helps to reduce the rotational forces that are associated with the low speed impacts that can give you concussion. So it's not compromising safety to pack in technology. I like that. The guys reported that the sound quality is really good through the speakers and when you're communicating through the microphone. It actually uses a boom mic. Because of the extended chin on a motocross helmet, you can move it and position it a bit closer or further away from your mouth, depending on how big your face is. The speakers also, for some reason, sound really loud compared to the normal Cardo speakers. Not sure what's going on there, or maybe the guys are just excited. They can hear their music extra loud, I don't know. Charging is done via USB-C on the bottom of the helmet. Just be careful where you put it down so it's not rolling around or someone's going to kick it. I would recommend getting something like a helmet donor to securely place the helmet as well. Going back to the question about it being a paperweight in a couple of years' time, Cardo have actually made all the electronic components in this helmet fully removable, serviceable, replaceable, and even potentially upgradable if they decide to offer that in the future. It means if, say, the unit dies or the battery packs up, you can just replace them rather than having to write off a helmet and get a new one. You can fix it, service it, and it's exactly what they should be doing with electronic components. The rest of the helmet is good. Just because the electric doohickey on the side fails doesn't mean we've got to throw the whole thing in the bin. I really like it, but here's a word from some of the guys who've tried it out in the field to see what they think as well.
Yeah, I wore this at Sweet Lamb on a recent adventure trip we did with Merlin. It was really, really cool, really, really good fun.
So we were out for about a good solid 6 to 7 hours. So we were wearing these all day. Really comfy, padding is lovely.
It's great for the intercoms, it's really comfortable, the speaker's nice, the pad's comfortable on the skin. One of the things I was really impressed with was the weight of the helmet. In fairness, it's the sort of thing that despite it having an intercoms in it, riding it on road, off-road, it was really easy, comfortable on my neck, lifesavers were good, moving around was nice.
We were speaking to each other all throughout the day. He fell off, I fell off. It was a great experience. We both laughed at each other in the Cardo, talking to each other while it happened. So that was all great fun as well.
But yeah, the ventilation was good. It fit with my goggles really nicely. Yeah, I mean, they've worked really hard to make this a helmet that's really practical for off-road trailsy sort of style use. And yeah, I really enjoyed using it.
Ventilation is on point. It was a hot and sweaty day. It was probably about 26 degrees all throughout the day, dusty. But the ventilation performed really well. I didn't really feel hot and sweaty throughout the day.
Yeah, we were out for like a whole day on the Ducati, so it was really nice to get to the end of it and it not be a problem.
So who's the helmet actually for then? I mean, if you're just a guy that goes out by yourself, wants to bimble around, maybe listen to a little bit of music, the whole package might be overkill for you. It would suit you very well, but it might be a bit much. I think this is perfect for connecting a group of friends together who are all going to go out riding and want to keep in touch while they're on the move, not having to worry about hand signals or gestures or checking behind them to see if their mate's still there. You can have a chat and you can really bring a bit of banter to the ride out, which is exactly what it's all about, being connected, having a good time and enjoying yourself. If you did have any questions about the helmet specifically, pop it in the comments section below. More than happy to help. Thanks for watching and ride safe. Cool.